What up YouTube, it's your boy Joey Phantom, El Fantasma. And today we're back with more deck profiles. This time we have green decks. And I'm bringing you my HerculesKabuterimon deck. Green imperialdramon deck. Yes, my green imperialdramon deck. And one of the decks I've been wanting to profile quite some time, my take on Rusttyranomon. Gotta love Rusty. And today we're bringing you a fun profile for my Rusttyranomon deck. Let's waste no more time and let's get into this profile. Stay tuned, let's go. Okay, welcome back. We're gonna start with our green imperialdramon deck. We're gonna start with the babies. 3 copies of starter deck. Actually, this is starter deck for Modimon. While this Digimon is level 6 or higher, it gets 1000 DP. Super good, baby. Next, 2 copies of BT3 Minomon. When attacking, if you attack one of your opponent's Digimon, this Digimon gets 1000 DP. You could play 4 and 1. Sometimes you wanna maybe attack with your level 5s, so this is good. Rookies, 3 BT2 Agumon. Simple. Your turn, this Digimon gets 1000 DP. Super good. Increasing your Digimon. 3 copies of, this is a starter deck, Tentamon. On play, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a green Digimon, add it to your hand, otherwise place it at the bottom of your deck. It helps you draw more cards. I started deck 4 Palmon. When attacking, if you attack an opponent's Digimon, this Digimon gets 2000 DP for the turn. A 2-drop Goblimon. So sometimes you just wanna play it for 2, chucking your opponent. Super good. Next is a tech choice, Kokugamon. Is a rookie, 4 to play. He has 1 cost to evolve, but his inheritable makes up for that. While this Digimon is level 6 or higher, it gains security attack +1. So giving your imperialdramon security attack +1 is good. That's why we're playing 2 of these. If you want, and I think is the better option, take the 2-drop Goblimon for Terriermon. I think it will be a better choice. That will be up to you. Try it. I think I might switch it and just put Terriermon, because Terriermon is really good. Moving on to our champion lineup. 4 copies of EX1 Stinkmon. This guy can digivolve from a green or a blue. It has piercing. And your turn, while this Digimon has imperialdramon in its name or free in its type, it gains piercing. Giving your Megats your imperialdramon piercing, and then you have this one underneath, it will get piercing and security attack +1. So that's why we play 4 of these new Stingmon. 3 copies of Woodmon, because he's a blocker and 6000 DP. What else can I say? Sometimes a 6000 DP blocker is better, but yes, we also playing 2 copies of the 1-drop Kabuterimon blocker. So that's 5 blockers. So sometimes you need to set up, and 2 copies of the starter deck Pokemon, because when attacking, if you attack an opponent's Digimon, it gets 2000 DP for the turn. For our ultimates, 3 copies of EX1 Imperialdramon. This guy has a when digivolving effect. If a Digimon card with 3 in its tray is in this Digimon devolution card, unsuspend this Digimon. You attack your opponent's Digimon with this one to get rid of one of his rookies. Next, you can digivolve into him and unsuspend. It comes up, believe me, it will come up. Next, 2 copies of BT3 Imperialdramon. This guy have jamming, and when attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has Imperialdramon in its name, unsuspend this Digimon. I only have 2 copies of this Imperialdramon. If I have more, believe me, I will play 4 copies of him and maybe just 2 of this guy. Next, we have a little bit of Digisorption. We're playing 4 copies of BT3 Blossomon. It has Digisorption 3. When one of your Digimon digivolve into this card from your hand, you may suspend one of your Digimon to reduce the memory cost of the Digivolution by 3. I'm gonna be digivolving him for free. One copy of Argomon, because Argomon is still good. It's another Digisorption, and when attacking, you may play one level 3 green Digimon from your hand, suspended without paying in memory cost. Now for our megas, 2 copies of BT3 Imperialdramon Dragon Mode. This guy has jamming, and when digivolving, unsuspend all of your Digimon with jamming. That includes itself. Super good. Next, we're gonna try out 2 copies of the new EX1 Imperialdramon Dragon Mode. This guy only costs 3 to evolve. When digivolving, if a Digimon card with 3 in its tray is in this Digimon devolution cards, unsuspend this Digimon and suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. That could be really good to stop your opponents from unblocking. And your turn, for each color in this Digimon devolution cards, it gets 1000 DP. And take choices. Ceramon is still Ceramon, and this is the queen of greens. Yes, and since we're playing some Digisorptions, and sometimes your opponent just does not expect this card to be dropped, and he has Digisorption 3, so you can just be digivolving her for 2, and then your turn, once per turn, when suspending Digimon for Digisorption skill, you may suspend one of your opponent's Digimon instead. Again, this is a free space. You can either play one more of this and play 3 and 3, but I'm trying 2 and comes up sometimes. It comes up and people don't expect it. Level 7, 2 HerculesKabuterimon Boulder Arm. This guy, it's 15 cost to play, 14 DP, 6 to evolve into a green or yellow, and when digivolving, activate the following effect twice. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 7,000 DP twice. This could deal with Rusttyranomon because it's reducing its DP, it's not deleting it by a deletion effect. If it gets deleted, you gain 3 memory. And this one is super cheap. I only have 2, but you can still play this one. If you don't have this one, you can play HerculesKabuterimon, still eligible from green and black, but I think this is the better option. But it's up to you, you can play either one. We play 2 Mimics. Mimi is one of the best tamers for green. It's your memory fixer. Its main effect, if you have a level 5 or higher green Digimon in play, you may suspend this tamer to hatch one Digi-Egg card to an empty space in your breeding area, or move one level 3 or higher Digimon from your breeding area to the battle. For options, 2 green memory boost, because it's a searcher. It will search your missing pieces. It reveals the top 4 cards of your deck and add 1 green Digimon, and it delays gains to memory. 2 copies of Flower Cannon. You need to suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and in security, suspend all of your opponent's Digimon without blocker. There's another option. You can play Nero's Play instead. This is just a flex part, it's preference. I think either one is good. It will be up to you. I'm choosing to play Flower Cannon. 2 Positron Laser. Main effect, up to 2 of your opponent's Digimon can't attack. They cannot attack or block until the end of your opponent's next turn. Then, if you have a blue Digimon in play, return one of your suspended Digimons to its owner's hand, which is super good. Again, there's a flex spot. You can play Nero's Play. You don't want Positron Laser. And last option, because it's hidden potential, this will still be playing in every green deck, even though it's a 1, because this card is broken and that's why it's limited to 1. May next time one of your green Digimon digivolves this turn, you may suspend one of your Digimon to reduce the memory cost of the devolution by 5. In security, it adds it to your hand. And 0 cost play. That wraps up this deck profile for this green Imperialdramon deck profile. Let me know what you guys think. If you like this build, what would you change? Now let's move on to our green HerculesKabuterimon deck profile. Babies, 4 copies. This is from BT5 Yokomon. It has the inheritable your turn. When this card is trashed due to activating this Digimon Digiburst effect, one of your Digimon gets 2000 DP for the turn. You're gonna be Digibursting a lot in this deck, so giving your Digimon a boost while doing it. Super good. And then one copy of BT6 Pinamon, because Pinamon, when attacking once per turn, if you attack an opponent's Digimon, you draw a card. Rookies, we're gonna start with 3 copies of the starter deck for Tentomon, because this is our searcher. On play, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a green Digimon, add it to your hand, otherwise place it at the bottom of the deck. Next, 3 copies of the starter deck Palmon. When attacking, if you attack an opponent's Digimon, he gets 1000 DP for the turn. 3 copies of EX1, the classic collection Tentomon. This guy has an inheritable. When attacking, the next time one of your Digimon digivolves into a Digimon card with Insectoid or Ancient Insect in its traits, this turn reduce the memory cost of the devolution by 1. Next, Rusttyranomon. It stops your opponent from getting memory except for tamers. Only 1 copy of Lalamon. It will keep coming back and back, because your turn when this card is trashed due to activating its Digimon Digiboards, return this card to the owner's hand. Champions, 3 Woodbonds. It's a level 4 with 6000 DP blocker. 2 copies of the 1-drop HerculesKabuterimon blocker. That's 5 blockers. So sometimes you just need to set up and stall a little bit. 2 copies of Widmon, because Widmon, your turn when this card is trashed due to activating this Digimon Digiburst, it gains 1 memory. And this deck is just about Digibursting. You may want to drop these 2 and play 2 more of this. I think 3 blockers is enough, but that's up to you. 3 copies of Togemon, because when attacking, if you attack an opponent's Digimon, this Digimon gets 2000 DP for the turn. Again, you might want to drop maybe 1 of these and play another Widmon. To finish it off, 1 copy, because Green finally gets his hybrid. 1 copy of Arbormon. You can evolve it from a tamer, and I think I might cut 1 of these to play 2. I think that will be the better option, to play at least 2 of these, because sometimes you just wanna digivolve into a tamer for game. For our ultimate, 3 copies. This is from the green starter deck 4 Mega Kabuterimon. This guy has an inheritable. Your turn, once per turn, when this Digimon deletes an opponent Digimon by battle and survive, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. It trashes a card after you delete a Digimon. And you're gonna be attacking Digimons a lot and surviving with piercing. So you will be trashing and then the piercing, and you have security attacks. Super good. I'm playing 3 of the new classic collection Lilymon. Lilymon is back and better than ever. Your turn, once per turn, when one of your opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, this Digimon gains security attack +1. Yeah, this guy suspends a Digimon with Digiburst. You're gonna Digiburst the bottom 2 first before this, and once you do that, you're gonna be attacking that Digimon with piercing and security attack +1. Lilymon, it's beautiful. That's why we played 3 of this new classic collection Lilymon. 2 copies of Edmon. This is from BT6. This guy has his own effect. Your turn, once per turn, when this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle and survive, unsuspended. So you can be attacking your opponent's weak Digimon and then Digivolve. 1 copy of Lilymon, because I only own 1 copy. But Lilymon has a main Digiburst 2 and suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and when attacking, if you have a tamer in play, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Megas, we run 4 copies of the main boss HerculesKabuterimon. This is from the started deck 4, 12 to play, 12,000 DP, 4 to evolve. It has piercing and main Digiburst 2 to suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. HerculesKabuterimon, super good, super powerful. 2 copies of Rusttyranomon. It's only 3 to evolve, and it can evolve into a level 6 for 1, 11,000 DP. It has a main Digiburst 2, and all of your Digimons get 1000 DP for the turn. And your turn, once per turn, when one of your Digimon activates Digiburst, one of your opponent's Digimon cannot block or attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. So it's a good finisher to stop your opponent from blocking. 1 Nighthawk, because I only own 1. I wish I could play another one. You can clear the board. Chaosmon, Boulder Arm. It activates its effect twice. One of your opponent's Digimon gets -7,000 DP, and on deletion you gain 3 memories. Again, the regular Chaosmon, if you don't have this one, it would be another great option because it has piercing and can attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimons as well, getting rid of that threat. And that's it for our Digimons. Tamers, 2 copies of Yoshino. I might need to bump her up to 3 because she's super good. On playing, return 1 Digi-Egg card from your trash to the bottom of your Digi-Egg deck. Then your turn, when Digivolving one of your Digimon into a Digimon card in your hand with Digiburst, you may suspend this tamer to reduce the devolution cost by 1. So making your Digiburst Digimon cost 1 less to Digivolve is super good. 1 Ken, because you're gonna be attacking a lot, so it's a memory fixer. In your turn, when one of your green or blue Digimon deletes an opponent Digimon in battle and survive, you may suspend this tamer to gain 1 memory. Super good. Next one, Easy Mimi. Easy Mimi, at the start of your turn, if your opponent has a suspended Digimon in play, gain 2 memories. In your turn, when you attack with a level 5 green Digimon, you may suspend this tamer to reveal 3 cards from the top of your deck. You may Digivolve 1 green level 6 Digimon card among them onto the attacking Digimon without paying its memory cost. This is a flex spot. You can either play this or 2 Kens, or 1 Ken and 1 Mimi, or 2 Mimis. That's up to you. Options: to green boost, green memory boost, just to search your missing pieces. 2 Needle Spray from starter deck 4. Again, if you wanna play Flower Cannon, main, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Security, it activates its effect to suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then it goes back to your hand. And of course you gotta play it. It's hidden potential. Why won't you? This card is broken. It's amazing. And that is it, you guys. That completes our HerculesKabuterimon deck profile. Let me know what you guys think about this build. Do you like it? What changes would you make? What is your take on HerculesKabuterimon? Do you like this deck or not? Let me know. Now, the moment you were all been waiting for, our Rusttyranomon deck profile. We're gonna start with 4 copies of Pinamon. This is from BT6, and we're gonna be attacking a lot. I think this deck, this egg, is good because it's once per turn. If you attack an opponent's Digimon, you draw a card. So drawing is super good. And 1 copy of Minamon just for TP boost. For our rookies, 3 copies of BT2 Agumon. Simple, it gives your Digimon on your turn 1000 DP. Next, for more DP boost, Palmon from the starter deck 4. When attacking, if you attack an opponent's Digimon, this Digimon gets 2000 DP for the turn. 2 copies of the starter deck Tentamon. On play, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a green Digimon, add it to your hand, otherwise return it to the bottom of the deck. Next, 2 copies. I might want to increase this to 3, but this guy is a great tech card for this build, because while this Digimon is level 6 or higher, it gains security attack +1, and we want our beautiful Rusty to have security attack +1 because it will get piercing and security attack +1. Can do a lot of crazy stuff. And because Tyramon is Tyramon and it nullify memory gaining unless it's from a tamer. Now for level 4s, 4 copies of our new classic collection Tyrannomon. When digivolving, if you don't have a Taiga in play, you may play 1 from your hand without playing in memory cost. Your turn, this Digimon is also treated as green, so that's good as well. And he's inheritable. While this Digimon has Tyrannomon in its name, it gains 2000 DP. Super good. 3 blockers. Woodman is good. Again, you can play 3 copies of Kabuterimon if you want, and then 2 copies of this BT2 Tyrannomon. This guy, when digivolving, reveal the 3 cards from the top of your deck. Add 1 level 5 Digimon card and 1 green tamer among them to your hand. So I search for level 5 Digimon and tamers. This is a great effect. And to run off our level 4s, you gotta play it because it's a game ending Arbomon hybrid to evolve into your tamers for games. For our ultimate, 3 copies of BT2 Metal Tyrannomon. It's 2 costs, so it's cheap evolution. And your turn, when this Digimon deletes one of your opponent's level 6 or higher Digimon in battle, suspend this Digimon. 3 copies of starter deck 4 Mega Kabuterimon. It has the inheritable effect of 1 per turn. When this Digimon deletes an opponent Digimon in battle and survives, it trashes the top card of your opponent's security stack. 3 copies of Etemon. Once per turn, when this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle and survive, let it on suspend. If you want, you can play another copy of this one and just 2 of those. That will be up to you. For our megas, and finally the star of the show, 4 copies of Rusty. He is not a clown. Rusttyranomon. I call him Rusty. It's Rusttyranomon, but I call him Rusty because he's rusty and he can rust your Digimons. Your turn. When you have a green tamer in play, this Digimon can attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. And your turn, when this Digimon deletes one of your opponent's Digimon in battle and survives, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. 4 copies of this beautiful. Come on, give us an alternate art, please, of Rusty the Clown. Rusttyranomon. Just look at it. Isn't this a beautiful card? Next, 2 copies of HerculesKabuterimon. Opponent's turn. When an opponent Digimon attacks, suspend up to 2 of their Digimon without blocker. And on deletion, you may play 1 green level 4 or lower Digimon card with hybrid in its form from your hand without playing its memory cost. So it's really good. And of course, you gotta play HerculesMon again. You might want to play HerculesMon because HerculesMon is good still in this build because it has piercing and it can attack your opponent unsuspended, but that will be up to you. 4 tamers, 3 copies of Taiga. Taiga says your turn. All of your Digimon with Tyrannomon in their names gain piercing. Yes, piercing. And your turn, when digivolving one of your Digimon into a Digimon card in your hand with Tyrannomon in its name, you may suspend this tamer to reduce its memory cost by 1, making your Rusty cost 3 to digivolve instead of 4. And it gives a piercing. Memory fixers, so we're playing 1 and 1. 1 can, because you're gonna be attacking your opponent's Digimon left and right, and Ken is good every time one of your green or blue Digimon deletes an opponent Digimon by battle and survive. You may suspend this tamer to gain 1 memory, and then Mimi is Mimi. If you want to play 2 Kens, by all means do so. Ken is good in this build, it's up to you. Next, yes, you're gonna be seeing this card a lot in a lot of decks. It's good, it helps you reduce the cost of Troymon. Win rate 60% is 60%, it's a lot to win. Next time one of your Digimon digivolve this turn, you may trash 1 Digimon card in your hand of the same color as the digivolving Digimon to reduce the memory cost of the devolution by 4. And option 2 needle spray. And once again, if you wanna play flower cannon, that will be just fine. And you gotta have it. You got to play at least 1 hidden potential, because hidden potential it's broken. And that is it. That concludes my Rusttyranomon deck profile. Let me know what you think. This is a fun deck to play with your friends. Let me know what you think about all these 3 green dex profiles. And don't forget, comment, like, share, subscribe, and stay safe until the next video. Thank you.